In this video, we discuss what's included with the MaxRT wRTOS SDK, show how it integrates with Visual Studio, cover WinDbg support, and introduce our program samples. The wRTOS Software Developer Kit is used by system engineers to develop real-time applications. It includes header files and libraries, support for the Visual Studio development environment, support for linking real-time functionality into Windows applications and the Windows kernel, extensions to support Microsoft WinDbg, development tools, program samples, and NL2 NIC driver source. The SDK includes the API sets shown here. See the wRTOS SDK help for comprehensive API reference documentation. The SDK also includes support for Windows managed code applications that require interaction with the real-time subsystem. The wRTOS SDK integrates seamlessly with Microsoft Visual Studio, providing a powerful and familiar development environment. wRTOS provides two project templates for its supported Visual Studio versions, one each for creating a project and a solution for developing wRTOS applications and real-time dynamic link libraries. In this video, we'll create a real-time application, so we'll select the wRTOS application template. Click Next and enter a project name. The wRTOS application template provides the structure for creating wRTOS applications. In the new wRTOS project dialog, you can accept the current settings or add other headers and libraries to your project to support EtherCAT, TCP/IP, Network Link Layer, Microsoft C Runtime, and Gig Vision. The template can optionally provide a basic application framework. You can add C or C++ elements to the application framework to create wRTOS objects and demonstrate their use. In this example, we'll start with source code for a periodic timer thread. Once you're ready to create your project, click Finish. Here you can see that the wRTOS application template has generated code for us to start with. The wRTOS SDK provides a collection of code snippets that can be inserted into your code where needed. To insert a snippet, place your cursor where you want the code inserted, and then right-click and select Snippet Insert Snippet, or use Ctrl-K. Then select the code snippet from the interval 0 snippet folder. wRTOS adds 4 build configurations in Visual Studio when you create a project using the wRTOS application template. Select the appropriate configuration to build a debug or release RTSS application. Using configurations, you can build a Windows and wRTOS version of an application without having to make any code changes. To build the application, select Build Solution from the Build menu, just as you would when building a Windows app. You can debug an RTSS process or RTDLL in Visual Studio. When you create an RTSS application with the wRTOS application template, MaxRT wRTOS debugger options are added in Visual Studio. The MaxRT wRTOS debugger is automatically selected when the project's RTSS debug configuration is selected. When you launch a real-time process from Visual Studio, you can debug within the IDE just as if it were a Windows process. wRTOS also supports a host target setup for debugging RTSS applications remotely with Visual Studio. For more information, see the Remote Debugging with Visual Studio mini tutorial in the SDK product help. You can attach the Visual Studio debugger to any running RTSS process on the local machine using the Attach to RTSS Process option in the Debug menu. The wRTOS SDK includes a WinDbg extension that can be loaded into Microsoft WinDbg to analyze a Windows dump file containing wRTOS information. The wRTOS WinDbg extension commands are accessible from the WinDbg extension folder at this default location. See the wRTOS SDK help for more information on using the wRTOS WinDbg extension. The wRTOS SDK installs several program samples to help you get familiar with real-time concepts, product features, and best practices for building RTSS applications. Program samples are available from this default location. Thanks for watching. For more information on the wRTOS SDK, see the documentation installed with the product and available online, and check out our other product videos on our website and YouTube channel.